Disha Adhikari joins us. Disha, what kind of protests are these?
Well, to put it point-wise, this is a protest that has been held from a massive built-up of frustration amongst youths due to corruption mainly. So since the multi-party democracy has been induced to Nepal, we have had various stages and various, kind of governance in our country, and which has led to undisputable corruption in our country. So here comes Gen Z and says that we want to take, we want to be accountable for our own future, and we are done with corruption. And this is not how we want to stay in Nepal.
But Nisha, I understand all of that, but I'll tell you what, for somebody who's sitting on the outside till yesterday, sympathy, empathy lay with the protesters and Gen Z, with what the protest was all about. The Gen Z, in a very detailed statement, now, how do you put a banner on Gen Z, but the groups that were attached to this protest have pulled back. They are saying not in our name. What's happening right now in Nepal is wrong. It's violence, it's anarchy, it's sinister, and it's mob frenzy. Do you agree of what is taking place, where political leaders are being attacked, their wives have been burnt to death, political institutions have come under fire? What's really going on right now?
Well, see, if we look at the history of all the countries where youths have come together to stand for a cause and to go against a cause, we are not just speaking for this generation. No, I completely understand. I agree with you that it is a violent approach, yes, but we also have to understand, look into Nepal's history and see how much they have suffered and how much they had to endure to say enough is enough now. And frankly, we have had many peaceful processes in the past. We tried to talk to our leaders, we tried to make them aware of what was going on. There is a massive manpower drain we have faced. But so amidst all this chaos, now the youths have said, we want to take things in our hands. I understand.
Taking things in your hand is all right, Nisha, but what is happening on the streets is much more than just the protest. So somebody has to tell these protesters that it has to end. The Prime Minister has resigned, the President has resigned, the protesters are saying that they have nothing to do with these protests. Then are you then saying that whosoever is in charge of Nepal right now, or whosoever is indulging in this violence, has some other vested interest?
Well, that we will see in couple of in coming days. That I cannot guarantee. I cannot speak for them right now. But I was coming to the point. You didn't let me finish prior. So yeah, this is completely wrong. This is very violent. We completely agree. But I was just giving you the root cause and how it started off with Gen Z's protest. There have been absolutely infiltrations, but as you see, the mass is completely all of them are Nepalese and all of them are youths doing this, and we have requested them to take it slower, take it in a more peaceful way. So yeah, we have requested them, but
Nisha Adhikari, let's ask you one question now. For somebody, clearly, you do feel a certain amount of empathy with the people who are protesting right now. Who is it that they want? And who is spearheading this protest? Because one is given to believe it's organic. So what are the demands?
So this has started with a complete narration against corruption, years and decades long of corruption that we've been facing on through multiple generations now, since the democracy has been established in Nepal. So now, with this, the youths are coming together, and the narration still is that we want corruption out of our country, and we want new leaders. We want people who are we want a directly elected prime minister. We want to make sure that we choose our leaders. Yeah, so those are the demands basically. So
Preeti is joining us. She is in fact stranded at Kathmandu airport. Preeti, give us a sense of where you are and what are you seeing?
Exactly.
Preeti, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so give us a sense of where you are and what are you seeing?
I'm in the departure terminal of the international airport at Nepal. We've been here since 11 in the morning. It's now
quarter to 7.
Quarter to 7. At 1 o'clock, they said that the airport is shut down. Indigo, we are about 5 plane loads of Indians, Air India, and Indigo passengers. And we were just told around 2 o'clock that 1 o'clock the airport shut down. They said that all of you should go back, take your luggage, and just go down. Like your flights are cancelled, and just leave. So most of us have refused to leave because once we're outside, there are like plumes of smoke, and there's the army. They're saying that the army's outside, but there's lots of tear gas, lots of children outside. They've killed lots of children today. So, I mean, I say that there's school students and college students, I guess. But the airline has just abandoned us. So we're just sitting here. We don't know whether we can go out. There are no flights. They said that there are no flights landing. However, we saw helicopters taking off. So maybe like there are people.
All operations,
Like
Pritha, I think, Preeti, you've been told that all flight operations at the
we saw
Kathmandu
the
airport
army
right now have been cancelled. It's not, no flights are taking off or
From
landing.
Tribhuvan International Airport.
Yeah. So, have you been given any other information in terms of when
Yes,
are you
yes.
when are flight operations resuming?
There's no
I assume you're flying back to India.
No. Yeah, but
Yes.
there's nobody here. We've been trying to contact the embassy. There's the Air India and Indigo staff has just abandoned us completely. They're like, please just take your baggage and leave. Yeah, so
We have asked. Sorry, my name is Pankaj. We've been asked that to go and collect your luggage and leave the airport. And after leaving the airport, they are not providing us any security to go to any hotel or any safe place. Now, my question is, in an international airport, you telling me that there's not a single room, a security room, that if mobs like this come in and attack the airport, they cannot secure us?
yeah, they said that we're not taking any responsibility. You should leave because people can come in and attack you. So we're just like, we don't know what to do.
And at one stage, we were even told, like, if you're leaving now, we are asking you nicely. Otherwise, later on, you could be pushed out. And basically, things are being burning outside. Yeah. And once you clear at the moment, we have cleared immigration. We got the boarding cards. We're literally sitting on the boarding gates. So technically, we're not in a no man's land. If we go out, basically, we are on our own. And there is no responsibility being shown from the airlines.
That's the report that is coming in from Kathmandu's Tribhuvan International Airport, where flights have been suspended temporarily due to security concerns amidst fear of escalation. Pritha is joining us, and she is one of the protesters. Pritha, the question that Preeti and I have been asking all the protesters is that what's happening in the name of protest?
I think things have escalated in a very violent way because yesterday, when we started the protest, it was more with a peaceful intent to protest about the corrupt government, the ban of social media, right? But today, things have escalated very violently all over the city. Like, we have attacked the parliament. We have burned down the administrative buildings in the city. There is a lot of violence everywhere in the city, you know. So I'm in shock. There is smoke all over Kathmandu. Private properties are being burned. Public spaces are being burned. There is fire all over. So yeah.
Pritha, I want
things
to ask you
escalated
something.
Yes.
Because there is a, there was a statement that has been issued by many protesters like you that whatever is happening should not be linked to them. This is not what you wanted. Is that true? Have many of you who were on the streets yesterday completely pulled away from the streets right now? You don't want your name to be attached to what you're witnessing on the streets. Is that correct?
Yes, I feel like there has been some kind of external intervention or interference in so many ways because yesterday you could see that 20 people, 20 young kids and students were also killed, right? So today suddenly like things have taken a turn in a very hostile way. So I myself am processing what all is happening, the uncertainty that is around because our KPOLI has signed down, the government is toppled now. We have attacked Sher Bahadur Deva, the leading the president of Nepali Congress, right? So there is a lot of uncertainty because we don't know what is going to happen next. The president has stepped down from power, but he has not addressed the nation. So who is going to be in charge now? What is going to
But
happen next?
Pritha,
There is a lot
when
of...
these
Yes.
protests started, there
Yes.
were street unrest. But I'm sure there
Yes.
was this objective also with which you wanted. You wanted the government to be removed, to be unseated, which has happened. So is there a name that is there in the minds of protesters as to who should be charge of this interim government?
Yes, there is actually, like, I don't know if you're familiar with the mayor of Kathmandu, Mr. Balinsha, as well as Mr. Rabi Lamithane. He was a candidate. He
Yes.
was actually just behind the bars, and now he's set free, and he's also kind of addressing the public in the way. And I think this is not what I signed up for, because personally I don't endorse Rabi Lamithane. He's a very controversial figure, right?
Are you,
So
the mayor of Kathmandu, are many of you who joined organically in this protest actually supporting that name, or is that name coming in from the people out on the streets right now?
I think Balin has been an inspirational youth leader, definitely, because we have been disappointed by our leaders a lot. So Balin Shah has been a voice for the youth and a voice for a positive change. So I understand why the mass is looking up to him. But having said that, there still is a lot of uncertainty, because the government has toppled down, the cabinet has been dissolved, right? So there is a lot of things at stake here now. How are we going to move forward? What is written constitutionally? Are we going to follow the constitution, or is there going to be some other kind of interference? So yeah.
Right. Pritha, just one quick question and we'll go to Gopal Jha. Is there uncertainty and apprehension that what's happening in Nepal, could follow with what happened in Bangladesh just a few months ago, or with Sri Lanka a year and a half ago?
Yes, I think because every global politics does have a domino effect, and the entire movement actually is started through social media, so there is a lot of similarities that we can see. But having said that, our leadership has always been corrupt, and we have had external interference. Like, how our royal family was assassinated, and we have gone through various political landscape, so
Okay.
yeah.
All right, Pritha, thank you for joining us. Gopal
Thank
Jha
you.
continues to be with us. Gopal Jha, we are being told now that the army in charge, the general, will be addressing a press conference, or will there be some kind of address to the nation? And what kind of support does the army have in Nepal right now?
The army is the only institution in Nepal, which is away from any kind of controversy so far. So I still feel like any statement coming from the army or chief of army would at least try to address the present situation and calm down the anger that is manifested in Kathmandu from the Generation Z side. So I believe that I don't know what he's going to say, but at least I would expect something he would try to address the nation, and he would try to find out the solution within the framework of this political system only, not beyond that.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Gopal Jha. We're going to continue to come back to you for the latest updates coming in. Viewers, things clearly escalating out of hand where Nepal is concerned. We're going to keep a keen eye on developments as they take place. Right now, very, very disconcerting news with political figures, their spouses being attacked. The news of the former Prime Minister's wife being set on fire and burned to death is astounding. This is what it's come down to. Complete anarchy gripping the streets of Nepal.